Right, this plant's getting too big. Change it to something that'll grow. So I failed my 1 day of video for 5 days challenge, but that's okay. People fail. I will fail. Everyone always fails. That's how we learn. My forfeit, my punishment is to wear this t-shirt. This topic is going to be peer-to-peer. What is it? A peer is a person, a jury of your peers. One person in the world, so we have two. Peer-to-peer is just direct communication. This person talks to that, and then that person that talks to that. There is no third party in peer-to-peer. And when I say third party, I mean someone like that, where communication would go there and then there. There is no third party. We can get rid of this. The blockchain people would say that, well, we can use the blockchain to mitigate the third party. So we have a chain of blocks that you then communicate to, and then this person also goes there to get the information. The problem is that at scale, this doesn't work, because if this is all of the data in the world, yeah, you can't sift through all of this. You need a funnel to take all of this data and then put it in there to filter out the one piece of information you want. This is ridiculous. No one's ever going to do this. How does it actually work? Well, it's peer-to-peer, which means that if we take a look at, for example, how checks work, what you have is someone with some money, and then they go, well, I want to send it to this person, so I'm going to fill out their name, and then I'm going to sign it, and then I'm going to give that directly to you. So this goes over here. This person then takes that to the bank, and then the bank says yes or no. This is how a check works. Funnily enough, it's also peer-to-peer, peer-peer, third-party checking. What we can do, replace this with the Bitcoin network, where we have this network of people very, very tightly connected together. They go yes or no, and they do it instantaneously, because this check, which has a signature and things, cryptographically secure based on the network architecture of the tree. So if I can see that this is money, so you got this money from your employer, so we have a chain of transactions, and there's these branches on all of them. This is the blockchain, so this is coming up there and then there, yeah? If you have given this network one of these that is not in the blockchain, these guys say, no, we can't let you send that money. And they can do that immediately. They don't have to wait for a block. They don't have to do anything other than see what the information is already there. Oh, and by the way, if this person tries to send the check before this person knows immediately that it's a conflicting transaction. So while you're standing in the shop, you're not waiting 10 minutes to find out whether your payment has been processed. It can happen in milliseconds, because these guys don't have to wait 10 minutes. All you have to do is send them a transaction and then them confirm whether it's cryptographically in the rules of the network and okay. If it's not, then the merchant deals with it immediately. What's the big issue with the block time? It doesn't matter. You're trusting network of miners that come and go as they please. If you poll one, why not poll the other 3 or 4? That's how you find out whether your network, your transaction, your money has been processed correctly, confirmed, settled, cleared. I want to cover one more topic. PSYOPs are getting kind of crazy. People are starting to think World War III started. So we got to be quick, don't we? Now,
put that coffee down. Always be closing.
Always be closing. I need you to go to my Kickstarter, which is Dark 2 Light. We will be having a playthrough very shortly at some point, as soon as I can get a few people together that are okay with me filming. It's a voting game. No one trusts their media anymore. Always be closing. No one trusts their media anymore. They're always closing. It's not a revolution unless it starts organically. This is so... I need to think of a script for this.
Have you made your decision for Christ?
Dark to Light is a card game where you ask questions answerable only in yes or no, and everyone votes on it. Much like the miners. They're voting yes or no. Oh, is this block valid? It's always the same question. In my game, it's a different question every single time. Every question is unique. They're all user generated. And if you buy it on Kickstarter, you get access to the beta that we're releasing very shortly. So what are you waiting for? Go out and get it now. Bitcoin, which everyone thinks is doing this. Oh, it goes through bubbles, doesn't it? If it's a PSYOP, and bearing in mind, this is the most powerful technology potentially that has ever been created. If it's a PSYOP to get you to believe something it is not, do you believe that this 60,000 top was actually Bitcoin? Because they want you in this, don't they? Because they can control it. If they were successful, let's assume that they were successful. What would we expect there to be if they were successful? Well, quite simply, we would expect another asset to pop out and then potentially have some sort of resurgence. And then probably if they continue to be successful, it crashing down. But you plan for this if you're planning a PSYOP because you know you cannot convince everyone. So you do it again, and then you try and do it again, and again, and again. It's divide and conquer. They have done this for centuries. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different coins potentially to choose from that are all trying to claim that we were originally this. That's what we were. The other one is a fake. They both say this about each other. So how do you discern which one was true? Which one is the one from 2009? Because remember, price doesn't follow software. We have 2009, Bitcoin was released. Satoshi leaves 2011. Then we have the core era. This is when the software is taken over because the leader disappeared. The leader went, yeah, you got this power structure and you got this guy going away. And then these guys try and take over, like a coup almost. They took over. So what happens? Well, they changed it. They took it over here, created a new asset, as we discussed. Maybe, maybe not, it creates another asset. SegWit, this was the major one. Why? Because, as we discussed, the signatures are part of the check, aren't they? They've got to be on the document. What they did is they took a check, like a cash check, which you normally sign here, and they said, no, 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 let's not put that there. Let's link it and put it in. So we don't put the actual signature in there. That's a problem. The contract is incomplete because many people can potentially sign for that one transaction and say that was me. This was a double spend potentially in 2021. But they didn't stop there. They went even further. So then we had Taproot. Then we have other things. I don't know what else they're cooking up these days. But they're talking about increasing the reward schedule. So they want a subsidized blockchain, which I don't think is a good idea. So this is the one that broke everything. So here we have BTC. This is when things really got weird because Bitcoin started changing ticker symbol. And then BCH. And then the BCH guys wanted to change stuff, didn't they? They wanted other things like Taproot, and they also wanted SegWit, and they changed opcodes. Remember we talked about the opcodes? Then we had BSV. Because there was changes to get to this point, BSV is committed to going back what that 2009 standard was. If you want to debate this, let's debate it. But you have to admit that BTC did add this, and is planning on adding things. BCH changed opcodes. They wanted to Merkle's tree. And by the way, this then forked again into ABC and something else, Electron Cash. I don't know, something like that. BSV is committed to restoring the 2009 protocol. That's why it should be called Bitcoin, and all the others should have to lose that name. I like courts because courts are fair. In court, you get everything out, all the dirty laundry, all the lies. Ignore the media because they're wrong. Always, always wrong. They are the last ones to know anything. I heart MILFs.
Yeah, I like MILFs.
See you next time.